Hello, my dear students. Welcome to my today's online class on soil pollution. Noise pollution. As per your syllabus of your EVS paper, that is a first sem graduation course, you have to study different types of pollutions, in which we have studied air pollution, water pollution, and now today in this class let us understand about noise pollution. Okay? Before getting into the pollution aspects as such, let us understand the basic concepts. To begin with, what is noise? Noise is a sound that is unwanted or disturbs one's quality of life. Then we say there is too much of noise, it is unbearable. And normal sound becomes undesirable when it disturbs our normal activities such as working, sleeping, etc., and also during conversation. WHO, that is World Health Organization, has stated that noise must be recognized as a major threat to the human well-being. So of late, knowing about noise pollution is of paramount importance on par with any other type of pollution, whether it is water or air pollution. Okay. Then, what are the different types of noises that we normally come across? They can be external noise or they can be internal noise. Among external noise, the atmospheric noise, the extraterrestrial noise, industrial noise, anthropogenic noise, etc. And among internal noise, thermal noise, short noise, transit time noise, miscellaneous noise, etc. Okay? So after knowing about noise and types of noise, let's see what is noise pollution. When this noise is categorized under pollution, sound that is unwanted or disturbs the activity or balance of human or animal life is called noise. And when there is lot of noise in the environment, it is termed noise pollution. So unbearable noise in the environment automatically leads to noise pollution. Then what are the sources of noise pollution? Household sources, social events, commercial and industrial activities, transportation. So the main sources of noise pollution can be summed up like this. We shall study each one of them in detail in the next coming few PPTs. Household sources, gadgets like mixer, food mixer, grinder, vacuum cleaner, washing machine, dryer, cooler, conditioners, air conditioners, etc. They will be very noisy and continuously if they are put in use, that noise can be injurious to our health. Then others include loudspeakers of sound systems, TVs, iPods and earphones. And another example, simple example, maybe your neighbor's dog, Once a while if it barks, it's okay. If it starts barking all the night, every day, at every shadow it sees, then sleeping becomes a problem. So this disturbs everyone else in the apartment. So these are some of the household sources, which can cause noise pollution. This is the picturesque view, wherein in the first picture you see some electric gadgets like tape recorder, etc. Then sound system, and then your barking dog. Okay. These are the household sources leading to noise pollution. And sometimes social events at the places of worship, discuss, jigs, parties, and other social events, they create a lot of noise for people living in that area. And nowadays, especially in metropolitan cities, though there are rules in the residential areas, such restaurants, pubs, bars should not be there, that rule is almost overruled, and that disturbs the peace of people living there. And in many market areas, the people sell with their commodities with loudspeakers, and when that loudspeakers take over the voices of other sellers, they shout, they shout out their offers and try to get customers to buy their goods. So in this competition, they will create lot of noise pollution. And all this exactly do not come under the category of noise pollution. You may say, to begin with, they may be called nuisance. But this nuisance, if there is increase in the magnitude, automatically leads to pollution. Okay? Then here are the picturesque view of few social events which will create noise pollution. Okay? Then commercial and industrial activities like printing presses, manufacturing industries, construction sites, etc., they contribute quite a lot to noise pollution in large metropolitan cities. In many industries, it's a requirement that people always wear earplugs to minimize the exposure to heavy noise. And people, who work with noisy equipments, it's better they wear noise-proof gadgets. Okay. So these are some of the sources of noise pollution. So few other are transportation. Aeroplanes flying over houses, they create lot of noise. If the residential areas, are very close to busy airports, often they are punished to listen these unwanted sounds. Then overground and underground trains, vehicles on roads, roads upon roads, constantly they create lot of noise. So transportation also creates lot of noise pollution. So you can see here the shipments, trains, aeroplanes, etc., which are all the possible sources of noise pollution in the atmosphere. Then, the noise is measured in terms of decibels. dB stands for decibels. Here is some data of the noise levels, produced by some of these vehicles. Luxury bus vehicle, it has noise level of 77 dB, 77 decibels. And small passenger cars around 79 dB. Miniature passenger car 84 dB, sports car 91 dB, motorcycle of 4 strokes 94 dB, and motorcycle of 2 stroke 80 dB, like that. This is the data regarding noise levels, and they are all potent agents of noise pollution. Then, after having learnt about the sources of noise pollution, what are the agents that are responsible for noise pollution, it is the time for us to study the effects of noise pollution. What happens if the noise is unbearable? That we shall study in the next coming few PPTs. The effects can be categorized under 3 categories. 1, effect of noise pollution on environment, on animals, and on human health. One by one we shall study. Then, first on human health, noise pollution is the reason for lot of nervous disorders, headache, dizziness, blood pressure, and it shortens the memory. Then at higher levels, that may lead to depression, fatigue, and considerably it reduces the efficiency of a person. Then frustration, difficulty in concentration, disturbance of rest, physical and mental fatigue, chronic exposure to noise may cause noise induced hearing impairments. So these are all detrimental effects of noise pollution on humans. Okay. Here is the picturesque views where in continuous exposure to lot of noise which cross the limited ISI decibels may lead to deafness, or a person may become anoic type, or he may undergo lot of stress related these things, or people may end up in heart attacks, arteriosclerosis, high BP, and then reduced lung development, bronchitis leading to COPD, coughing, wheezing, asthma, brain stroke, and finally it may end up in cancer. These are all possible effects of noise pollution. Okay? Then the effects of noise pollution on animals. Noise pollution, the way it damages the nervous system of humans, same effect is seen on animals also. Then increase of death by altering the prey or predator detection and avoidance. Animal loses control over its mind, creates problems in their use of sounds in reproduction and navigation. They become dangerous and attacking. And one more thing I want to discuss here. Normally, when it comes to sensitivity of our hearing organs, these animals, their sensitivity to hearing is much better than the human beings. So on roads, the horns sound, what is normal to the human beings, it may sensed as 10 times bigger or higher with the elephants with the animals like elephants, etc. So more than they getting disturbed, they get annoyed, they get scared, and when they get scared by listening to that higher volumes, automatically it impairs the health of the animals. So added point here is their hearing organs are more sensitive than us, therefore they react very fast. Then noise pollution from ship engines, sonar systems make it difficult for marine mammals, whales, dolphins, etc., and prevent them from communicating, finding food, and avoiding hazards. Then excessive noise has the ability to raise an animal's heartbeat speed. The rate of heartbeat increases, so also harms the animal's metabolism. So these are detrimental effect of noise pollution on animals. Sorry. This is the picturesque view. Then what is the effect of noise pollution on environment? It affects on the growth of certain plants. Birds as well rely on hearing to help find them prey. Hence, they are seriously disadvantaged by the noise. Because the noise is breaking the earth's barrier, and that could lead to destruction of the world in about next coming few years. And then noise pollution causes poor quality of crops in pleasant atmosphere. Okay, so these are all some of the effects of noise pollution on environment. How to prevent, how to address this noise pollution? First one, do not use car horns unnecessarily. Don't use horns of your vehicles unnecessarily. Areas like hospitals, educational campuses are silence zones, and horning is prohibited there because of this reason. Then, motors, machines, and vehicles also produce loud noises, when not maintained properly. Therefore, one has to maintain their vehicles properly. Okay? Then, the best thing is to turn off the engine of your car or motorbike when you are not using it. It stops that annoying hum, reduces air pollution also. And then, if you are working in an area, where there are loud noises, you must wear better earplugs to prevent loss of hearing. Then, prevention of noise pollution. Then you have to first one, rake leaves by hand. Do not use a noisy leaf cutter. Trim bushes or shrubs by hand and do not use a noisy bush trimmer. Otherwise, all the time you keep getting cut sound. Don't blast music on the radio or computer or speakers. Be considerate of your own ears and those of others around you. Then train your dog not to bark so much, but to what extent this can be put into practice is a big question. Then hammering, then noisy things, which are activities which produce noise, better you do it over a rubber mat to reduce the noise. Okay, then. So these are all some of the ways to prevent the noise pollution. Thank you for your patient hearing. I think I'll stop my talk on noise pollution. Okay. Get ready for the test. Study the material supplied to you. Thank you. Stay blessed.